Okay, guys, it's Sharita, the hippie nurse, coming to you with the video I promised you for nurses, parents, and also this is not just for nurses. This is for anybody who travels with kids. You know, in our industry, we have PT, OT, speech therapist, I think even X-ray techs travel. So if you're looking to find out how to travel with your kids, I have a list for you. Now, I'm going to be looking down because I wrote out a lot of detail and I don't want this video to be too long because it's a lot of information. So it's probably going to be broken up into 2 videos. So first and foremost, determine where you want to go. The way I do it, I choose no more than 3 locations that I'm interested in. From there, I then call my recruiter, which, by the way, I have 6 different recruiters that I work for or that I work with. I'm going to do another video on how to find a recruiter, how to become a travel nurse, but that's for another time. But I contact my recruiter and ask her, like, hey, I've narrowed it down to 3 states, 3 areas that I'm interested in. Do you have any contracts in that area? If she says yes, this is very important. Before you have your recruiter, him or her, submit you, just find out if they have the job that you're looking for. Secondly, you need to find out housing. And the way I determine housing, I ask my recruiter, like, hey, these are the areas I'm looking in. What hospitals have contracts? And from there, I'll look at the housing locations. Now, I know a lot of people use Furnish Finder, Craigslist for housing. Now, for me personally, I don't like giving up my money, lump sums of money like that. So I always do either extended stay hotel, or what's the other one? Wood Springs. That's another nice hotel chain, and go from there. So what I do, once I find out the hospital location, I then start looking for the hotels. From there, I actually MapQuest how far from the hotel to the hospital to get just a general idea, you know, traffic and everything. Now, after that, I start looking at schools, the schools around the hotel. After that, I actually contact the schools. Schools are your primary resource, guys, because they actually have information on childcare, daycare, after school. They literally have a list. I've actually gone on my contracts and they've given me a list of what childcare agencies they work with, before care and after care. So use your schools. They are an awesome resource. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, after you narrow down the school, because what you can do, you can tell the school, like, hey, this is the hotel I'm staying at. This is the hospital I'm going to be working at. Are you zoned for that particular area? Because what happened to me in the past, when we get to the hotel, I know the hospital, and this is in the very beginning of my travel life. I assumed, because the school was like 5-10 minutes away, that that's the school we were zoned for. Believe it or not, sometimes if you cross the street, you're in a totally different zone. So what I've learned, before I even go, I call the hotel, find out what schools are around that area, and from there, I call the schools, like, hey, this is the hotel I'm staying at. This is the address. Am I zoned for your school? They either say yes or no, and you go from there. So like I said, the hotels are a great asset to determine what schools are around your area. And then the schools are your next asset because they can tell you about the daycares and childcare. So we got that? Okay, so what else? Okay, so once you have narrowed down the area, you have your housing, you have your schools. Go ahead and have your recruiter submit you for that assignment. Now, what usually happens, because I know people are going to ask this question. Well, what happens if you actually get all three offers? Well, you just determine which one you want to go. Because you know why? You already have your information because you've done your research. You got your housing. You got the school. You have the daycare. All you got to do is decide which contract you want. The beauty of doing this, after you finish that 6 to 13 week contract, if you want to go to that next destination out of the remaining two that you've researched, just call up your recruiter again. Hey, I'm interested in the last two assignments that you submitted me to. Are there still needs? If they say yes, perfect, because you've already done the work. You know, you have the school, you have the hotel. The only thing you would have to follow up on is if the hotel has an occupancy for you to stay. That's it. Also, side note, hotels give discounts to travelers and nice discounts. So just ask them, like, hey, I'm a travel nurse, I'm a travel PT, I'm a travel x-ray tech. You have any discounts for us? Guys, 95% of the time, they do. Now, you can get a general idea of what the costs are for the hotels once you're doing your research, how much they cost. If it's saying 95 online, call up, ask to speak to the manager, and 9 times out of 10, they were like, oh, yeah, we have a better discount. So instead of $95 a night, you may get it for $65 a night. And that's money saved. And you know how it is, guys. We're all about saving money. So that's that. What else? What am I? Okay, I'm already coming up on 7.5 minutes. So I'm going to have to break this up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking down because I want to give you guys as much information as possible. Okay, I told you that. Oh, also, the area you choose to live in, the hotel, once you narrow down the schools in the area before you find out which school your child will go to niche, NICHE.com and greatschools.com. They give you awesome statistics on the schools, the test scores, the demographic makeup of the school. If there's more males, more females, you get the principal's information, you get the school information, the address, phone number, and website. And then from there, you can go to the school's website and see, like, hey, is this a good school for my child to be in? Because, guys, the way I look at this is not just me. It's me and my child. I want her to be just as happy doing this journey as I am. So include your kids. You know, they want to know, why are we doing this? And my daughter is 10. And I say between the ages of 7 and up, kids have no problems giving you an opinion about what they want. So be like, hey, my daughter's name is Evelyn. I'll be like, hey, babe. Hey, Evie. What do you think about this state? You know, we can do this. We can do that. What do you think about it? And she'd be like, okay, Mom, that sounds interesting. Or, no, I don't think I like it. And I take her opinion into consideration. You have to keep your kids involved in order for this to work. Okay? So that's first and foremost. It's just not about you. I mean, yes, you're the adult. You're the parent. We're trying to create stability, lifestyle, savings for the family. But when they get up in age, like I said, 7 and up, include them. I say anything 7 and under, not so much, because they don't really know what's really going on. They just go with the flow anyway. But as they get older, you know, they're leaving their friends, you know, and just be honest with them. I'm brutally honest with my daughter. I don't sugarcoat anything with her. I let her know, if you want something in life, you have to work for it. It's not going to be given to you, so that's the reality. Life is not all rainbows and sunshine. You have to work for what you get. And she understands that, so just be honest with kids. I think we as parents, we try to shield them from that, from the ugliness of the world, because we all know once they become adults, they're going to experience it themselves. So we try to shield it. I'm a true believer, and this is how I was raised. My mom, she didn't sugarcoat anything with me and my brother. She let us know what was going on, if we're struggling, and it made us very aware, very strong, and it let us also know that we can overcome anything. You just got to be willing and patient and determined, and it can happen for you. So that's that. Okay, wow. See, I'm already up almost 12 minutes, and I still have more to tell you. So I guess, you know what? I probably stop it here for now, and then I'll start another video from there. So stay tuned for part 2. Bye.